Warning: the video you are about to watch may contain language and scenarios of a highly adult nature and is therefore not intended for children under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey guys, what's up? This is Couch Potato Mike back in the book club for another gripping, and I promise this one's going to be a very gripping chapter of Gray by eljames. Sorry it's taken me so long to get back to this, but life happens, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But I want to thank everybody who subscribed so far, and just letting you know, the 400 subscriber special is coming up. I give you my word. As soon as I finish the book, and I'm almost there, I will be announcing the winner of the contest, which means there is still time to enter the contest. You know how you enter the contest. I told you on the previous chapter. You can do it in this chapter as well. Leave your comment down below. You got to like, you got to subscribe. That's always good advice anyway. Like and subscribe. And ring the bell icon so you know when the next one's coming out. I always set these as premieres so you can watch along with me. And if I'm available at the time, and I try to be, I'll jump in and you can chat with me. So, lost my train of thought. Better take the bus. Well, we are jumping right into this chapter, which is starting on Saturday, June the 4th of 2011. The summer breeze teases my hair. It caress. We're not getting off to a good start, are we, guys? Let's try that again. The summer breeze teases my hair. Its caress, the nimble fingers of a lover. My lover. Anna. I wake suddenly, confused. My bedroom is shrouded in darkness, and beside me Anna sleeps, her breathing gentle and even. I prop myself up on one elbow and run my hand through my hair, with the uncanny feeling that someone has just done exactly that. I glance around the room, peering into the shadowy corners, but Anna and I are alone. Strange. I could swear someone was here. Someone touched me. It was just a dream. Oh. I forgot about that. I shake off the disturbing thought and check the time. It's after 4:30 in the morning. As I flop back down onto my pillows, Anna mumbles an incoherent word and turns over to face me. Still fast asleep, she looks serene and beautiful. I stare at the ceiling, the flashing light of the smoke alarm taunting me once more. We have no contract, yet Anna's here, beside me. What does this mean? How am I supposed to deal with her? Will she abide by my rules? I need to know that she's safe. I rub my face. This is uncharted territory for me. It's out of my control and it's unsettling. Layla pops into my mind. Shit. My mind races. Layla, work, Anna, and I know I won't get back to sleep. Getting up, I pull on some PJ pants, close the bedroom door, and head into the living room to my piano. Chopin is my solace. The somber notes match my mood, and I play them over and over. A small movement at the edge of my vision catches my attention, and looking up, I see it's Anna coming toward me, her footstep hesitant. You should be asleep, I mutter, but continue to play. So should you, she volleys back. Her face is firm with resolve, yet she looks small and vulnerable, dressed only in my oversized bathrobe. I hide my smile. Are you scolding me, Miss Steele? Yes, Mr. Gray, I am. Well, I can't sleep. I have too much weighing on my mind, and I'd rather she went back to bed and slept. She must be tired from yesterday. She disregards my mood and sits down beside me on the piano bench, leaning her head on my shoulder. It's such a tender and intimate gesture that for a moment I lose my place in the prelude, but I continue playing, feeling more at peace because she's with me. What was that? She asks when I finish. Chopin, a prelude, opus 28, number 4 in E minor, if you're interested. I'm always interested in what you do. Sweet Anna. I kiss her hair. I didn't mean to wake you. You didn't, she says, not moving her head. Play the other one. Other one? The Bach piece that you played the first night I stayed. Oh, the Marcello. I can't remember when I last played for someone upon request. For me, the piano is a solitary instrument, for my ears only. My family hasn't heard me play for years, but since she's asked, I'll play for my sweet Anna. My fingers caress the keys, and the haunting melody echoes through the living room. Why do you only play such sad music? She asks. Is it sad? So, you were just 6 when you started to play? She continues her questions, lifting her head and studying me. Her face is open and eager for information. As usual, after last night, who am I to deny her anything? I threw myself into learning the piano to please my new mother. To fit into the perfect family. Her words, my words from our candid night in Savannah, echo in her soft voice. Yes, so to speak. I don't want to talk about this, and I'm surprised how much my personal information she's retained. Why are you awake? Don't you need to recover from yesterday's exertions? Oh, sorry, wrong way. Why are you awake? Don't you need to recover from yesterday's exertions? It's 8 in the morning for me, and I need to take my pill. Well remembered, I muse. Only you would start a course of time-specific birth control pills in a different time zone. Perhaps you should wait a half an hour, and then another half an hour tomorrow, so eventually you can take them at a reasonable time. Good plan, she says. So, what shall we do for half an hour? Well, I could fuck you over this piano. I could think of a few things. My voice is seductive. On the other hand, we could talk. She smiles, provocative. I'm not in the mood for talking. I prefer what I have in mind. I snake my arm around her waist, pull her into my lap and nuzzle her hair. You'd always rather have sex than talk, she laughs. True, especially with you. Her hands curl around my biceps, yet the darkness stays still and quiet. I trail kisses from the base of her ear to her throat. Maybe on my piano, I murmur as my body responds to a mental image of her sprawled naked on the top, her hair spilling down over the side. I want to get something straight, she squeaks quietly in my ear. Always so eager for information, Miss Steele. What needs straightening out? Her skin is soft and warm against my lips as I nudge her bathrobe off her shoulder with my nose. Us, she says, and the simple word sounds like a prayer. What about us? I pause. Where's she going with this? The contract? I stop and stare down into her shrewd gaze. Why is she doing this now? My fingers glide down her cheek. Well, I think the contract is moot, don't you? Moot? She says, and her lips soften with a hint of a smile. Moot, I mirror her expression. But you were so keen. Uncertainty clouds Anna's eyes. Well, that was before. Anyways, the rules aren't moot. They still stand. I need to know you're safe. Before what? Before all this. Before you turned my world upside down. Before you sleeping with me. Before you laid your head on my shoulder at the piano. It's all more, I murmur, driving away the now familiar unease in my gut. Oh, she says, and I think she's pleased. Besides, we've been in the playroom twice now, and you haven't run screaming for the hills. Do you expect me to? Nothing you do is expected, Anastasia. The V between her brows is back. So, let me be clear. You just want me to follow the rules element of the contract at all times, but not the rest of the contract? Except in the playroom, I want you to follow the spirit of the contract in the playroom. And yes, I want you to follow the rules all the time. Then I'll know you're safe. And I'll be able to have you any time I wish, I add flippantly. And if I break one of the rules, she asks, then I'll punish you. But won't you need my permission? Yes, I will. And if I say no? She persists. Why is she being so willful? If you say no, you'll say no. I'll have to find a way to persuade you. She should know this. She didn't let me spank her in the boathouse, and I wanted to, but I got to do it later that evening, with her approval. She stands and walks toward the entrance of the living room, and for a moment I think she's storming off, but she turns, her expression perplexed.
So the punishment aspect remains.
Yes, but only if you break the rules. This is clear to me. Why not to her?
I'll need to reread them, she says, suddenly all businesslike.
She wants to do this now? I'll fetch them for you. In my study, I fire up my computer, print out the rules, and wondering why we are discussing this at 5 in the morning. She's at the sink, drinking a glass of water, when I return with a printout. I sit down on the stool and wait, watching her. Her back is stiff and tense. This does not bode well. When she turns around, I slide the sheet of paper toward her across the kitchen island. Here you go. She scans the rules quickly.
So, the obedience thing still stands?
Oh, yes. She shakes her head, and an ironic smile tugs at the corners of her mouth as her eyes dart to the heavens. Oh, joy. My spirits suddenly left. Did you just roll your eyes at me, Anastasia?
Possibly. Depends what your reaction is.
She looks wary and amused at once. Same as always, if she'll let me. She swallows and her eyes widen with anticipation.
So,
yes.
You want to spank me now?
Yes, and I will.
Oh, really, Mr. Gray?
She folds her arms, her chin thrust upward in a challenge. Are you going to stop me?
You're going to have to catch me first.
She wears a coquettish smile which addresses my dick directly. She wants to play. I ease myself off the stool, watching her carefully. Oh, really, Miss Steele? The air almost crackles between us. Which way will she run? Her eyes are on mine, brimming with excitement. Her teeth tease her lower lip. And you're biting your lip. Is she doing this on purpose? I move slowly to my left.
You wouldn't,
she taunts.
After all, you roll your eyes.
With her eyes fixed on me, she, too, moves to her left. Yes, but you've just raised the bar on the excitement stakes with this game.
I'm quite fast, you know, she teases.
So am I. How does she make everything so thrilling? Are you going to come quietly?
Do I ever?
She grins, taking the bait. Miss Steele, what do you mean? I stalk her around the kitchen island. It'll be worse for you if I have to come and get you.
That's only if you catch me, Christian, and right now I have no intention of letting you catch me.
Is she serious? Anastasia, you may fall and hurt yourself, which will put you in direct contravention of rule number 7, now 6.
I have been in danger since I bet you, Mr. Gray. Rules or no rules.
Yes, you have. Perhaps this is not a game. She trying to tell me something? She hesitates, and I make a sudden lunge to grab her. She squeals and dashes around the island to the relative safety of the opposite side of the dining table. With her lips parted, her expression both wary and daring at once. The bathrobe slips off one shoulder. She looks hot. Real fucking hot. Slowly, I prowl toward her, and she backs away. You certainly know how to distract a man, Anastasia.
We aim to please, Mr. Gray. Distract you from what?
Life, the universe, ex-subs who've gone missing, work, our arrangement, everything.
You did seem very preoccupied as you were playing.
She's not backing down. I stop and fold my arms, reassessing my strategy. We can do this all day, baby, but I will get you, and it will just be worse for you when I do.
No, you won't,
she says with absolute certainty. I frown. Anyone would think that you didn't want me to catch you.
I don't. That's the point. I feel about punishment the way you feel about me touching you.
And from nowhere the darkness crawls over me, shrouding my skin, leaving an icy trail of despair in its wake. No, I can't bear to be touched. Ever. That's how you feel? It's like she's touched me, her nails leaving white tracks over my chest. She blinks several times, assessing my reaction, and when she speaks, her voice is gentle.
No, it doesn't affect me quite as much as that, but it gives you an idea.
Her expression is anxious. Well, hell. This shines a whole different light on our relationship. Oh, I mutter, because I can't think of anything else to say. She takes a deep breath and approaches me, and when she's standing in front of me, she looks up, her eyes burning with apprehension. You hate it that much? I whisper. This is it. We are really incompatible. No, I don't want to believe that. Well, no, she says, and relief washes through me. No, she continues. I feel ambivalent about it. I don't like it, but I don't hate it. But last night, in the playroom, I do it for you, Christian, because you need it. I don't. You didn't hurt me last night. That was in a different context, and I can rationalize that internally. And I trust you, but when you want to punish me, I worry that you'll hurt me. Fuck. Tell her. It's truth or dare time, Gray. I want to hurt you, but not beyond anything you couldn't take. I'd never go too far. Why? I just need it, I whisper. I can't tell you. Can't or won't? Won't. So you know why? Yes. But you won't tell me. If I do, you will run screaming from this room and you'll never want to return. I can't risk that, Anastasia. You want me to stay? More than you know. I couldn't bear to lose you. I can no longer stomach the distance between us. I grab her to stop her from running and I pull her into my arms, my lips seeking hers. She answers my need, her mouth molding to mine, kissing me back in the same passion and hope and longing. The hovering darkness recedes and I find my solace. Don't leave me, I whisper against her lips. You said you wouldn't leave me, and you begged me not to leave in your sleep. I don't want to go, she says, but her eyes are searching mine, looking for answers. And I'm exposed, my ugly, torn soul on display. Show me, she says, and I don't know what she means. Show you? Show me how much it can hurt. What? I lean back and stare at her in disbelief. Punish me. I want to know how bad it can get. Oh no. I release her and step out of her reach. She gazes at me, open, honest, serious. She's offering herself to me once more, mine for the taking, to do with as I wish. I'm stunned. She's fulfilling this need for me? I can't believe it. You would try? Yes, I said I would. Her expression is full of resolve. Anna, you're so confusing. I'm confused too. I'm trying to work this out, and you and I will know, once and for all, if I can do this, if I can handle this, then maybe you... She stops, and I take a further step back. She wants to touch me. No. But if we do this, then I'll know. She'll know. We're here much sooner than I thought we'd be. Can I do this? And in that moment, I know there's nothing I want more. There's nothing that will satisfy the monster within me. Before I can change my mind, I grasp her arm and lead her upstairs to the playroom. At the door, I stop. I'll show you how bad it can be. You can make your own mind up. Are you ready for this? She nods, her face set with the stubborn determination that I've come to know so well. So be it. I open the door, quickly grab a belt from the rack before she changes her mind and lead her to the bench in the corner of the room. Bend over the bench, I order quietly. She does as she's told, saying nothing. We're here because you said yes, Anastasia, and you ran from me, and I'm going to hit you 6 times, and you will count with me. She says nothing. I fold the hem of her bathrobe over her back, revealing her beautiful naked behind. I run my palm over her buttocks and the top of her thighs, and a frisson runs through me. This is it. What I want. What I've been working toward. I am doing this so that you remember not to run from me. And as exciting as it is, I never want you to run from me. And you rolled your eyes at me. You know how I feel about that. I take a deep breath, savoring this moment, trying to steady my thundering heartbeat. I need this. This is what I do, and we're finally here. She can do it. She's never let me down yet. Holding her in place with one hand at the small of her back, I shake out the belt. I take another deep breath, focusing on the task in hand. She won't run. She's asked me. Then I wield it, striking her across both cheeks, hard. She cries out in shock. But she's not called out the number, or the safe word. Count, Anastasia, I demand.
1,
she shouts. Okay, no safe word. I hit her again.
2,
she screams. That's right. Let it out, baby. I hit her once more.
3,
she winces. There are 3 stripes across her backside. I make it 4. She shouts the number loud and clear. There's no one to hear you, baby. Shout all you need. I belt her again.
5.
She sobs, and I pause, waiting for her to safe word. She doesn't. And 1 for luck.
6,
Anna whispers, her voice forced and hoarse. I drop the belt, savoring my sweet, euphoric release. I am punch-drunk, breathless, and finally replete. Oh, this beautiful girl, my beautiful girl. I want to kiss every inch of her body. We're here, where I want to be. I reach for her, pulling her into my arms.
Let go! No!
She struggles out of my grasp, scrambling away from me, pushing and shoving and finally turning on me like a seething wildcat.
Don't touch me!
She hisses. Her face is blotchy and smeared with tears. Her nose is running and her hair is dark, tangled mess. But she has never looked so magnificent, and at the same time so angry. Her anger crashes over me like a tidal wave. She's mad. Really mad. Okay, I hadn't figured on anger. Give her a moment. Wait for the endorphins to kick in. She dashes away her tears with the back of her hand.
This is what you really like? Me? Like this?
She wipes her nose on the sleeve with the sleeve of her bathrobe. My euphoria vanishes. I'm stunned, completely helpless and paralyzed by her anger. The crying I know and understand, but this rage, somewhere deep inside it resonates with me, and I don't want to think about it. Don't go there, Gray. Why didn't she ask me to stop? She didn't safe word. She deserved to be punished. She ran from me. She rolled her eyes. This is what happens when you defy me, baby. She scowls, blue eyes wide and bright, filled with hurt and rage and sudden chilling insight. Shit. What have I done? It's sobering. I'm unbalanced, teetering at the edge of a dangerous precipice, desperately searching for the words to make this right, while my mind is blank.
Well, you are one fucked up son of a bitch,
she snarls. All the breath leaves my body, and it's like she's whipped me with a belt. Fuck. She's recognized me for what I am. She's seen the monster. Anna, I whisper, pleading with her. I want her to stop. I want to hold her and make the pain go away. I want her to sob in my arms.
Don't you dare Anna me. You need to sort your shit out, Gray.
She snaps and walks out of the playroom, quietly shutting the door behind her. Stunned, I stare at the closed door, her words ringing in my ears. You are one fucked up son of a bitch. No one has ever walked out on me. What the hell? Mechanically, I run my hand through my hair, trying to rationalize her reaction, and mine. I just let her go. I'm not mad, I'm... what? I stoop to pick up the belt, walk to the wall, and hang it on the peg. That was, without a doubt, one of the most satisfying moments of my life. A moment ago, I felt lighter, the weight of uncertainty between us gone. It's done. We're there. Now she knows what's involved. We can move on. I told her people like me like inflicting pain, but only on women who like it. My sense of unease grows. Her reaction, the image of her injured, haunted look is back, unwelcome in my mind's eye. It's unsettling. I'm used to making women cry. It's what I do. Anna? I sink to the floor and lean my head against the wall, my arms on my bent knees. Just let her cry. She'll feel better for crying. Women do, in my experience. Give her a moment, then go and offer her aftercare. She didn't safe word. She asked me. She wanted to know, curious as ever. It's just been a rude awakening, that's all.
You were one fucked up son of a bitch.
Closing my eyes, I smile without humor. Yes, Anna, yes I am, and now you know. Now we can move forward with our relationship arrangement, whatever this is. My thoughts don't comfort me, and my sense of unease grows. Her wounded eyes glaring at me, outraged, accusatory, pitying. She can now see me for what I am, a monster. Flynn springs to mind. Don't dwell on the negative, Christian. I close my eyes once more and see Anna's anguished face. What a fool I am. This was too soon, way, way too soon. Fuck! I'll reassure her. Yes, let her cry, then reassure her. I was angry with her for running for me. Why did she do that? Hell, she's so different from any other woman I've known. Of course she wouldn't react in the same way. I need to face her, hold her. We'll get through this. Wonder where she is. Shit. Panic seizes me. Suppose she's gone. No, she wouldn't do that. Not without saying goodbye. I stand and race out of the room and down the stairs. She's not in the living room. She must be in bed. I dash to my bedroom. The bed is empty. Full-blown anxiety erupts in the pit of my belly. No, she can't have gone. Upstairs, she must be in her room. I take the stairs 3 at a time and pause, breathless, outside her bedroom door. She's in there, crying. Oh, thank God. I lean my head against the door, overwhelmed by my relief. Don't leave. That thought is awful. Of course, she just needs to cry. Taking a steadying breath, I head into the bathroom beside the playroom and fetch some arnica cream, Advil, and a glass of water. And I return to her room. Inside, it's still dark, though dawn is a pale streak on the horizon, and it takes me a moment to find my beautiful girl. She's curled up in the middle of the bed, small and vulnerable, sobbing quietly. The sound of her grief rips through me, leaving me winded. My subs never affected me like this, even when they were bawling. I don't get it. Why do I feel so lost? Putting down the arnica water and tablets, I lift the comforter, slide it beside her, and reach for her. She stiffens, her whole body screaming, "Don't touch me." The irony is not lost on me. "Hush," I whisper in a vain attempt to halt her tears and calm her. She doesn't respond. She remains frozen, unyielding. "Don't fight me, Anna, please." She relaxes a fraction, allowing me to pull her into my arms, and I bury my nose in the wonderfully fragrant hair. She smells as sweet as ever, her scent a soothing balm to my nerves, and I plant a tender kiss on her neck. "Don't hate me," I murmur as I press my lips to her throat, tasting her. She says nothing, but slowly her crying dissipates into soft, sniffling sobs. At last she's quiet. I think she might have fallen asleep, but I cannot bring myself to check, in case I disturb her. At least she's calmer now. Dawn comes and goes, and the ambient light gets brighter, intruding into the room as morning moves on. And still we lie quietly. My mind drifts as I hold my girl in my arms, and I observe the changing quality of the light. I can't remember an instant when I just lay down and let time creep by and my thoughts wander. It's relaxing, imagining what you could do for the rest of the day. Maybe I should take her to see the Grace. Yes, we could go sailing this afternoon, if she's still talking to you, Gray. She moves, a slight twitch in her foot, and I know she's awake. I brought you some Advil and some arnica cream. Finally, she responds, slowly turning in my arms to face me. Pain-riven eyes focus on mine, her look intense, questioning. She takes her time to scrutinize me, as if seeing me for the first time. It's unnerving because, as usual, I have no idea what she's thinking, what she's seeing. But she's definitely calmer, and I welcome a small spark of relief this brings. Today might be a good day after all. She caresses my cheek and runs her fingers along my jaw, tickling my stubble. I close my eyes, savoring her touch. It's still so new, the sensation, being touched and enjoying her innocent fingers gently stroking my face. The darkness quiet. I don't mind her touching my face, or her fingers in my hair. "I'm sorry," she says. Her soft-spoken words are a surprise. She's apologizing to me? What for? What I said? Relief courses unchecked through my body. She's forgiven me. Besides, what she said was in anger, right? I am a fucked up son of a bitch. You didn't tell me anything I didn't know. And for the first time in so many years, I find myself apologizing. I'm sorry I hurt you. Her shoulders lift a little and she gives me a slight smile. I've won a reprieve. We're safe. We're okay. I'm relieved. I asked for it, she says. You sure did, baby. She swallows nervously. I don't think I can be everything you want me to be, she concedes, her eyes wide with heartfelt sincerity. The world stops. Fuck. We're not safe at all. Gray, make this right. You are everything I want you to be. She frowns, her eyes are red-rimmed, and she's so pale. The palest I've ever seen her. It's oddly stirring. I don't understand, she says. I'm not obedient, and you can be sure as hell I'm not going to let you do that to me again. And that's what you need. You said so. And there it is. Her coup de grace. I pushed too far. Now she knows, and all the arguments I had with myself before I embarked on this pursuit of this girl flood back to me. She's not into the lifestyle. How can I corrupt her this way? She's too young, too innocent, too... Anna. My dreams are just that. Dreams. This isn't going to work. I close my eyes. I can't bear to look at her. It's true. She would be better off without me. Now that she's seen the monster, she knows she can't contend with him. I have to free her. Let her go her own way. This won't work between us. Focus, Gray. You're right. I should let you go. I'm no good for you. Her eyes widen. I don't want to go, she whispers. Tears pool in her eyes, glistening on long dark lashes. I don't want you to go either, I answer, because it's the truth, and that feeling, that ominous, frightening feeling is back, overwhelming me. The tears trickle down her cheeks once more. Gently I wipe away a falling tear with my thumb, and before I know it, the words tumble out of me. I've come alive since I met you. I trace my thumb along her bottom lip. I want to kiss her hard, make her forget, dazzle her, arouse her. I know I can. But something holds me back. Her wary, injured look. Why would she want to be kissed by a monster? She might push me away, and I don't know if I could deal with any more rejection. Her words haunt me.
You are one fucked up son of a bitch. Me too, she whispers. I've fallen in love with you, Christian. I remember Carrick teaching me to dive, my toes gripping the pool edge as I fell arching into the water, and now I'm falling once more into the abyss in slow motion. There's no way she can feel that about me. Not me. No. And I'm choking for air, strangled by her words, pressing their momentous weight on my chest. I plunge down and down, the darkness welcoming me. I can't hear them. I can't deal with them. She doesn't know what she's saying, who she's dealing with, what she's dealing with. No. My voice is raw with pained disbelief. You can't love me, Anna. No, that's wrong. I need to set her right on this. She cannot love a monster. She cannot love a fucked up son of a bitch.
She needs to go. She needs out, and in an instant, everything becomes crystal clear. This is my eureka moment. I can't make her happy. I can't be what she needs. I can't let this go on. This has to finish. It should have never started.
Wrong? Why is it wrong?
Well, look at you. I can't make you happy. The anguish is plain in my voice as I sink deeper and deeper into the abyss, shrouded in despair. No one can love me.
But you do make me happy,
she says, not comprehending. Anastasia Steele, look at yourself. I have to be honest with her. Not at the moment. Not doing what I want to do. She blinks, her lashes fluttering over her large wounded eyes, studying me intently as she searches for the truth.
We'll never get past that, will we?
I shake my head, because I can't think of anything to say. It comes down to incompatibility again. She closes her eyes, as if in pain, and when she opens them again, they are clearer, full of resolve. Her tears have stopped, and the blood starts pounding through my head as my heart hammers. I know what she's going to say. I dread what she's going to say.
Well, I'd better go then.
She winces as she sits up. Now? She can't go now. No, don't go. I'm free falling, deeper and deeper. Her leaving feels like a monumental mistake. My mistake, but she can't stay if she feels this way about me. She just can't.
There's no point in me staying, she says,
and gingerly climbs out of bed, still wrapped in her bathrobe. She's really leaving. I can't believe it. I scramble out of bed to stop her, but her look pins me to the floor, her expression so bleak, so cold, so distant. Not my Anna at all.
I'm going to get dressed. I'd like some privacy, she says.
How flat and empty her voice sounds as she turns and leaves, closing the door behind her. I stare at the closed door. This is the second time in one day that she's walked out on me. I sit up and cradle my head in my hands, trying to calm down, trying to rationalize my feelings. She loves me? How did this happen? How? Gray, you fucking fool. Wasn't this always a risk with someone like her? Someone good and innocent and courageous? A risk that she'd not see the real me until it was too late. That I would make her suffer like this. Why is this so painful? I feel like I've punctured a lung. I follow her out of the room. She might want privacy, but if she's leaving me, I need clothes. When I reach my bedroom, she's showering, so I quickly change into jeans and a t-shirt. I've chosen black, suitable for my mood. Grabbing my phone, I wander through the apartment, tempted to sit at the piano and hammer out some woeful lament, but instead I stand in the middle of the room, feeling nothing. Vacant. Focus, Gray. This is the right decision. Let her go. My phone buzzes. It's Welch. Has he found Layla? Welch. Mr. Gray, I have news. His voice grates over the phone. This guy should stop smoking. He sounds like Deep Throat. You found her? My spirit lifts a little. No, sir. What is it then? Why the hell have you called? Layla left her husband. He finally admitted it to me. He's washed his hands of her. This is news. I see. He has an idea what she might be, but he wants his palm greased. Wants to know who's so interested in his wife. Though that's not what he called her. I fight my surging anger. How much does he want? He said 2,000. He said what? I shout, losing it. Why didn't he just admit earlier that Layla had walked out on him? Well, he could have told us the fucking truth. What's his number? I need to call him. Welch, this is a real fuck-up. I glance up and Anna is standing awkwardly at the entrance to the living room, dressed in jeans and an ugly sweatshirt. She's all big eyes and tight, pinched face, her suitcase beside her. Find her, I snap, hanging up. I'll deal with Welch later. Anna walks over to the sofa and from her backpack removes the Mac, her phone, and the key to her car. Taking a deep breath, she marches to the kitchen and lays all three items on the counter. What the hell? She's returning her things? She turns to face me, determination clear on her small ashen face. It's her stubborn look, the one I know so well. I need the money that Taylor got from my beetle. Her voice is calm but monotone. Anna, I don't want those things. They're yours. She can't do this to me. Please take them. No, Christian. I only accepted them under sufferance, and I don't want them anymore. Anna, be reasonable. I don't want anything that will remind me of you. I just need the money that Taylor got from my car. Her voice is devoid of emotion. She wants to forget me. Are you really trying to wound me? No, I'm not. I'm trying to protect myself. Of course. She's trying to protect herself from the monster. Please, Anna, take that stuff. Her lips are so pale. Christian, I don't want to fight. I just need that money. Money. It always comes down to the fucking money. Will you take a check? I snarl. Yes, I think you're good for it. She wants money? I'll give her money. I storm into my study, barely holding on to my temper. Sitting at my desk, I call Taylor. Good morning, Mr. Gray. I ignore his greeting. How much did you get for Anna's VW? $12,000, sir. That much? In spite of my bleak mood, I'm surprised. It's a classic, he says by way of an explanation. Thanks. Can you take Miss Steele home now? Of course. I'll be right down. I hang up and take out my checkbook from my desk drawer. As I do, I remember my conversation with Welch about Layla's fucking asshole of a husband. It's always about fucking money. In my anger, I double the amount that Taylor got for the death trap and stuff the check into an envelope. When I return, she's still standing by the kitchen island, lost, almost childlike. I hand her the envelope, my anger evaporating at the sight of her. Taylor got a good price. It's a classic car, I mumble in apology. You can ask him. He'll take you home. I nod to where Taylor is waiting at the entrance of the living room. That's fine. I can get myself home. Thank you. No. Accept the ride, Anna. Why does she do this? Are you going to defy me at every turn? Why change a habit of a lifetime? She gives me a blank look. That's it in a nutshell. Why our arrangement was doomed from the start. She's just not cut out for this, and deep down I always knew it. I close my eyes. I am such a fool. I try a softer approach, pleading with her. Please, Anna, let Taylor take you home. I'll get the car, Miss Steele, Taylor announces with quiet authority and leaves. Maybe she'll listen to him. She glances around, but he's already gone down to the basement to fetch the car. She turns back to me, her eyes wider all of a sudden, and I hold my breath. I really can't believe she's going. This is the last time I'll see her, and she looks so sad. It cuts deep that I'm the one responsible for that look. I take a hesitant step forward. I want to hold her one more time and beg her to stay. She steps back, and it's a move that signals all too clearly that she doesn't want me. I've driven her away. I freeze. I don't want you to go. I can't stay. I know what I want, and you can't give it to me, and I can't give you what you need. Oh, please, Anna. Let me hold you one more time. Smell your sweet, sweet scent. Feel you in my arms. I step toward her again, but she holds up her hands, halting me. Don't. Please. She recoils, panic etched on her face. I can't do this. She grabs her suitcase and backpack and heads for the foyer. I follow, meek and helpless in her wake, my eyes fixed on her small frame. In the foyer, I call the elevator. I can't take my eyes off her delicate elfin face, those lips, the way her dark lashes fan out and cast a shadow over her pale pink cheeks. Her pale cheeks. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Words fail me. Yes, they do sometimes. Words fail me as I try to memorize every detail. I have no dazzling lines, no quick wit, no arrogant commands. I have nothing. Nothing but a yawning void inside my chest. The elevator doors open and Anna heads straight in. She looks around at me, and for a moment her mask slips, and there it is, my pain reflected on her beautiful face. No, Anna, don't go. Goodbye, Christian. Anna, goodbye. The doors close, and she's gone. I sink slowly to the floor and put my head in my hands. The void is now cavernous and aching, overwhelming me. Gray, what the hell have you done? When I look up again, the paintings in my foyer, my Madonnas, bring a mirthless smile to my lips. The idealization of motherhood, all of them gazing at their infants or staring inauspiciously down at me. They're right to look at me that way. She's gone. She's really gone. The best thing that ever happened to me. After she said she'd never leave, she promised me she'd never leave. I closed my eyes, shutting out those lifeless, pitying stares, and tipped my head back against the wall. Okay, she said it in her sleep, and like the fool I am, I believed her. I've always known deep down I was no good for her, and she was too good for me. This is how it should be. Then why do you feel like shit? Why is this so painful? The chime announcing the arrival of the elevator forces my eyes open again, and my heart leaps into my mouth. She's back. I sit paralyzed, waiting, and the doors pull back, and Taylor steps out and momentarily freezes. Hell, how long have I been sitting here? Miss Steele is home, Mr. Gray, he says, as if he addresses me while I'm prostrate on the floor every day. How was she? I ask as dispassionately as I can, though I really want to know. Upset, sir, he says, showing no emotion whatsoever. I nod, dismissing him, but he doesn't leave. Can I get you anything, sir? He asks, much too kindly for my liking. No, go. Leave me alone. Sir, he says, and he exits, leaving me slouched on the foyer floor. Much as I'd like to sit here all day and wallow in my despair, I can't. I want an update from Welch, and I need to call Layla's poor excuse for a husband. And I need a shower. Perhaps this agony will wash away in the shower. As I stand, I touch the wooden table that dominates the foyer, my fingers absent-mindedly tracing its delicate marquetry. I'd have liked to have fucked Miss Steele over this. I close my eyes, imagining her sprawled across this table, her head held back, chin up, mouth open in ecstasy, and her luscious hair pooling over the edge. Shit, it makes me hard just thinking about it. Fuck. The pain in my gut twists and tightens. She's gone, Gray. Get used to it. In drawing on years of enforced control, I bring my body to heel. The shower is blistering, the temperature just a notch below painful, the way I like it. I stand beneath the cascade trying to forget her, hoping this heat will scorch her out of my head and wash her scent off my body. If she's going to leave, there's no coming back. Never. I scrub my hair with grim determination. Good riddance. And I suck in a breath. No, not good riddance. I raise my head to the streaming water. It's not good riddance at all. I'm going to miss her. I lean my forehead against the tiles. Just last night she was in here with me. I stare at my hands, my fingers caressing the line of grout in the tiles where only yesterday her hands were braced against the wall. Fuck this. Switching off the water, I step out of the shower cubicle. As I wrap a towel around my waist, it sinks in. Each day will be darker and emptier because she's no longer in it. No more facetious witty emails. No more of her smart mouth. No more curiosity. Her bright blue eyes will no longer regard me in a thinly veiled amusement, or shock, or lust. I stare at the brooding, morose jerk staring back at me in the bathroom mirror. What the hell have you done, asshole? I sneer at him. He mouths the words back at me with vitriolic contempt, and the bastard blinks at me, big gray eyes raw with misery. She's better off without you. You can't be what she wants. You can't give her what she needs. She wants hearts and flowers. She deserves better than you fucked up prick. Repulsed by the image glowering back at me, I turn away from the mirror. To hell with shaving for today. I dry off of my chest of drawers and grab some underwear and a clean t-shirt. As I turn, I notice a small box on my pillow. The rug is pulled from under me, revealing once more the abyss beneath, its jaws open, waiting for me, and my anger turns to fear. It's something from her. What would she give me? I drop my clothes and, taking a deep breath, sit on the bed and pick up the box. It's a glider. A model-making kit for a Blahnik L-23. A scribbled note falls from the top of the box and wafts onto the bed. This reminded me of a happy time. Thank you, Anna. It's the perfect present from the perfect girl. Pain lances through me. Why is this so painful? Why? Some long-lost, ugly memory stirs, trying to sink its teeth into the here and now. No, that is not a place I want my mind to return to. I get up, tossing the box onto the bed, and dress hurriedly. When I'm finished, I grab the box and the note and head for my study. I will handle this better from my seat of power. My conversation with Welch is brief. My conversation with Russell Reed, the miserable lying bastard who married Layla, is briefer. I didn't know they'd wed during one drunken weekend in Vegas. No wonder their marriage failed after just 18 months. She left him 12 weeks ago. So where are you now, Layla Williams? What have you been doing? I focus my mind on Layla, trying to think of some clue from our past that might tell me where she is. I need to know. I need to know she's safe, and why she came here. Why me? She wanted more, and I didn't, but that was long ago. It was easy when she left. Our arrangement was terminated by mutual consent. In fact, our whole arrangement had been exemplary, just how it should be. She was mischievous, and when she was with me, deliberately so, and not the broken creature that Gale described. I recall how much she enjoyed our sessions in the playroom. Layla loved the kink. A memory surfaces. I'm tying her big toes together, turning her feet in so she can't clench her backside and avoid the pain. Yeah, she loved all that shit. And so did I. She was a great submissive, but she never captured my attention like Anastasia Steele. She never drove me to distraction like Anna. I gaze at the glider kit on my desk and trace the edges of the box with my fingers, knowing that Anna's fingers have touched it. My sweet Anastasia. What a contrast you are to all the women I've known. The only woman I've ever chased, and the one woman who can't give me what I want. I don't understand. I've come alive since I've known her. These last few weeks have been the most exciting, the most unpredictable, the most fascinating in my life. I've been enticed from my monochrome world into one rich with color, and yet she can't be what I need. I put my head in my hands. She will never like what I do. I try to convince myself that we could work up to the rougher shit, but that's not going to happen ever. She's better off without me. What would she want with a fucked up monster who can't bear to be touched? And yet she bought me this thoughtful gift. Who does that for me, apart from my family? I study the box once more and open it. All the plastic parts of the craft are stuck on one grid, swathed in cellophane. Memories of her squealing in the glider during the wing over come to mind. Her hands up, braced against the Perspex canopy. I can't help but smile. Lord, that was so much fun. The equivalent of pulling her pigtails on the playground. Anna and pigtails. I shut down that thought immediately. I don't want to go there. Our first bath. And all I'm left with is the thought that I won't see her again. The abyss yawns open. No, not again. I need to make this plain. It will be a distraction. Ripping open the cellophane, I scan the instructions. I need glue, modeling glue. I search through my desk drawers. Shit. Nestled at the back of one drawer, I find the red leather box containing the Cartier earrings. I never got the chance to give them to her, and now I never will. I call Andrea and leave a message on her cell asking her to cancel tonight. I can't face the gala, not without my date. I open the red leather box and examine the earrings. They are beautiful, simple yet elegant, just like the enchanting Miss Steele, who left me this morning because I punished her, because I pushed her too hard. I cradle my head once again, but she left me. She didn't stop me. She left me because she loves me. The thought is horrifying, and I dismiss it immediately. She can't. It's simple. No one can feel like that about me. Not if they know me. Move on, Gray. Focus. Where's the damn glue? I stash the earrings back in the drawer and continue my search. Nothing. I buzz Taylor. Mr. Gray, I need some modeling glue. He pauses for a moment. For what sort of model, sir? A model glider. Balsa wood or plastic? Plastic? I have some. I'll bring it down now, sir. I thank him, a little stunned that he has modeling glue. Moments later, he knocks on the door. Come in. He paces into my study and places a small plastic container on my desk. He doesn't leave, and I have to ask, why do you have this? I built the odd plane. His face reddens. Oh, my curiosity is piqued. Flying was my first love, sir. I don't understand. Colorblind, he explains flatly. So you became a Marine? Yes, sir. Thank you for this. No problem, Mr. Gray. Have you eaten? His question takes me by surprise. I'm not hungry, Taylor. Please, go. Enjoy the afternoon with your daughter, and I'll see you tomorrow. I won't bother you again. He pauses for a moment, and my irritation builds. Go. I'm good. Hell, my voice is choked. Sir, he nods. I'll return tomorrow evening. I give him a quick dismissive nod, and he's gone. When was the last time Taylor offered me anything to eat? I must look more fucked up than I thought. Sulking, I grab the glue. The glider is in the palm of my hand. I marvel at it with a sense of achievement. Memories of that flight nudging my consciousness. Anastasia was impossible to wake. I smile as I recall, and once up she was difficult, disarming, and beautiful, and funny. Christ, that was fun. Her girlish excitement during the flight, the squealing, and afterward, our kiss. It was my first attempt at more. It's extraordinary that over such a short time I have collected so many happy memories. The pain surfaces once more, nagging, aching, reminding me of all that I have lost. Focus on the glider, Gray. Now I have to stick the transfers in place. They're fiddly little suckers. Finally, the last one is on and drying. My glider has its own FAA registration. November 952 Echo Charlie. Echo Charlie. I look up and the light is fading. It's late. My first thought is that I can show this to Anna. No more Anna. I clench my teeth and stretch my stiff shoulders. Standing slowly, I realize I haven't eaten all day or had anything to drink, and my head is throbbing. I feel like shit. I check my phone and hope that she's called, but there's only a text from Andrea. CC Gala canceled. Hope all well. A. While I'm reading Andrea's message, the phone buzzes. My heart rate immediately spikes, then falls when I recognize it's Elena. Hello. I don't bother to disguise my disappointment. Christian, is that any way to say hi? What's eating you? She scolds, but her voice is full of humor. I stare out the window. It's dusk over Seattle. I wonder briefly what Anna is doing. I don't want to tell Elena what's happened. I don't want to say the words out loud and make them a reality. Christian, what gives? Tell me. Her tone shifts to brusque and annoyed. She left me, I mutter, sounding morose. Oh, Elena sounds surprised. Want me to come over? No. She takes a deep breath. This life isn't for everyone. I know. Hell, Christian, you sound like shit. Do you want to go out to dinner? No. I'm coming over. No, Elena. I'm not good company. I'm tired and I want to be alone. I'll call you during the week. Christian, it's for the best. I know. Goodbye. I hang up. I don't want to talk to her. She encouraged me to fly down to Savannah. Perhaps she knew this day would come. I scowl at the phone, toss it onto my desk, and go in search of something to drink and eat. I examine the contents of my fridge. Nothing appeals. In the cupboard, I find a bag of pretzels. I open them and eat one after the other as I walk to the window. Outside, night has fallen. Lights twinkle and wink through the pouring rain. The world moves on. Move on, Gray. Move on. I've read these books before, all 6 of them, and I knew that was coming. And it still plucks at my heartstrings. It really does. I'm not going to go into a lot of details, but in some ways I identify with certain parts of Christian psyche. I know what it's like to think of oneself as a monster. And before you start jumping to conclusions, no, I've never had a sex dungeon. I've never been into the kinky shit. But, no, I know what it's like to feel those emotions. It's rough. It's the toughest thing a man can go through. And, because I'm a happily married man, have been for a long time, I'm really grateful that I don't have to worry about that. I love my wife dearly, and I know she loves me. That's the best feeling in the world. It really is. But there's been times in a man's life, in this man's life specifically, when I really identified with that man. Once again, I love the little British things that slip into the traits. I don't know of any American that would say fiddly little suckers. Yeah. I love you. I love you, but I know you had to go. I know in one the acknowledgments of the last book, it acknowledged the people that helped her with the Americanisms in the speech. And I get a kick out of that because still a lot of the British stuff slips through. Like shower cubicle. We would just say shower. I got out of the shower, not the shower cubicle. Unless you're really, really pretentious. Which I guess Christian is a little pretentious. The Americans and the Brits. 2 cultures separated by a common language. Well, even though that felt like the end, it's not the end. There's this much book left. And we will cover some more of it, if not the rest of it next time. Probably the rest of it. So, until we meet again, guys, this is Couch Potato Mike reminding you all that in the end, we're all stories. So let's make them good ones. See you next time, guys.